Welcome to myprojectbuzzer.com. Let us see the title of the project: Real-time carpooling system for Android platform. This is the intent making for the Android-based application. These applications contain for between to the rider and the passengers. The rider and the passenger communicate to the carpooling application. What is the carpool? The carpool means we have sharing to the cab facility for individual car riders. For example, I have a car. It's a regular routing. We have go to the source and destination path. Every time I will travel to the source with the empty vehicle. I have short to the vacancy of the seat to my car. We have added to this application. This application using for all the individual car riders. We have using to this application to passenger and one more the communication for the travels information. This information also adding to the cost basis. The cost will be sharing the expensive, and don't worry about the hiring of the cab and the security purpose. We have the communication process between to the rider and the passenger or users to interact the code basis. Rider and the user between to the path. We have checking to the route and the source and designation and the cost details and the vacancy of the seat. Then will be forward to the information. We have also provided to the phone numbers everything details. In the confirmation of the both criteria, we have acceptance for the code basis. This application is used for carpool individual rider. We have easily access to the client server processing. It will be between to the source and designations model. We have easily traveling to cab facility for individual scope. This application is the maximum we have individual car making using with the Android application. Let us see the flow of the diagram. So you can short the applications, the driver login and separated, the passenger login separated. The driver logins we have entered the rider details and the details will be saved to the databases. We have using the database for MySQL databases. The databases contain for the each and everything to the rider details and the sender request details and the finishing status for the updation result. Passenger login. The passenger will be logging to the searching information for the database to the passenger. We have searching automatically. The details will be after the searching details. We have storing to the DB. The database contains the rider details and sent to the request for the rider. The request information will be settings to automatically for the driver or rider logins. The rider will be apply for the code and everything for the databases. The integration of databases will be communicate to the rider and the passengers to the smoothly. Once we have the rider will be entered, the database is bringing to the code of the rider. After the code we have entering the login, the entire details will be stored in the databases. And passengers you cannot do anything for the security purpose. You will be searching the information. It will be searching information detailedly. It will be liked to the search. We will forward to the request to the rider. So the driver accepted the send the request. The details will be finished and there will be update for the passenger. The passenger got the code for the rider information. So it will be access to the directly go to the rider course and getting the passenger details. The entire application will be integrated to the databases. We have using the MySQL DB for the user application. We have using the one application to integrate the two client server models. Let us see the demo of the project. This is the carpool application entirely. Click the carpool application. We have separated the create rider and the search information in the mapping route. The create rider we have entered the license code. So we have the registration first. We have entered the details, the username, height, age and the email ID and the password, then the phone number details and the channel, the area name, then the address will be uploading. We enter the registrations will be storing to the MySQL DB. It got in the ID for 745. So after you enter the login in the create rider, enter the license code 745. It will be got into the SMS. Giving the login. So the rider home pages will be getting. It will the new rider. Your rider details will be entering. So the starting location from. This is the rider getting the travel riding information. This is the source and destination, the car number and the car details for the auto car. It will be available seat for 4. It will be contain 3 seat will be available. It's a cost for the 25 rupees per seat. It will be traveling the date and time. It will be done. It will be stored to the databases. This rider result we are getting. This is the request status for the rider. We have sending one request for the source and destination. This is go to the Annanagar and brand name. This is the approved status. Whatever the user we have requesting information, we have showed to the approved status. Then viewer, after the approval for the rider, we have viewing the what are the user for the approval list. It will be showing to the viewer list. Let us check to the user part. The user open the application, searching is the start location or end location. The rider, all the rider details will be displayed for this form. We have using to the list. We have checking to the availability for the last is rider. In case user coming to this application, we have showing to the click this application. Did you like? We checking to the all the details. We have the seating available. So if you like to send to the request, username, the phone number, and the location for you, and the location is. So you request the locations. If you request the locations, you mention the hail, the driver name, the hail. You got the request from the user. So request information will be alerted to the status notification. You got it. Let's check to the rider. Create to the login. Login the request information. It will be the approved status only for the requesting user requesting list. You checking the list. So the Nungambakam location, the phone number, and the user Heron will be requesting for your updated for the list. So checking to the list, the hail, the driver name you, and the user information, the phone number details for applying to this one you requesting. You click to the approved details. You are approving information. Then the information will be updated for the username. Now you checking to the user viewers. This is the approved list for your user. The user name, phone number, the location Nungambakam, the name Heron. This is the confirmation list. The communication process will the notification you got it the receive. The automatically the information go to the user phone number. The both communication interrupted will be very good things. The third point we have using to the Google map. The mapping to the current location fetching. You check to the location. You checking the locations. It will be showing to the Google map. It is easier to identification the map. This is the map showing for the car locations. So traveling the time and date with the Google map. We have integrated the Google map. So we have easily identification the how meters and the how distance we have using the checking to the simultaneous process for all the riders and the user or passengers integrate to the communication. This is the Carpool application. Thank you.